you should always see your credit card used, except for restaurants. That's pretty hard. They're going to take your card, go and do what they want, and come back. But every place else, if somebody does one of these numbers, you're buying something, they take your credit card and they do this, why are they using your credit card below? Why isn't the charge right up top with this? That's why one of the reasons why they went to the stick chip. So everybody had to be visible, and you didn't get this. Zip, zip. I didn't read zip. So they ran it again. They ran it through the real one, and then they ran it through theirs. So they have your credit card information. They passed a law a couple of years ago that the stuff on the back of your license, we used to scan licenses. The stuff on this mag strip is Department of Homeland Security information, and it has much more identification than's here. And that's why you can't do it. So if they scan your license, they made it illegal to scan. So I'm at Pep Boys the other day, getting my oil change for my wife who went back to Baltimore. And the guy goes, whoop. And I said, okay, cancel the sale. I said, that's illegal. You can't do that. Well, they told us to do it. I said, well, I don't care if they tell you to do it. It's illegal. You can't scan the driver's license. They're just too lazy to do, or too incompetent to do it right. And it's illegal for anyone to scan the back of your license. So if you see them doing it, tell them. Absolutely illegal, because that's the same group that would yell at you because of HIPAA violations, you know, at the hospitals, etc. Now they can take a picture of it. It's legal for us to take a picture of the front, but you can't scan the back because there's more information on the back than on the front. Okay, go ahead, one more. Well, what I wanted to tell you is, in wrapping this up, is this document here, which my girl stapled in the wrong corner with the copier, and I told her, don't worry about it, we'll figure it out. Has a lot of these hints and stuff in it. But what I wanted to suggest to you is, before we leave today, I want to tell you about one of the things that I always wrap up my conversations with, and that is weapons. We, as a company, do not suggest anyone weapon up. We don't do that. I've carried a gun since if I'm not in my pajamas, I'm armed. Because I was a law enforcement officer all my life. So it's like wearing socks to me. I do not go anywhere without a gun. Now, I've got safes that you need to be an FBI agent to get into. Fingerprint safes and everything else to keep my weapons safe, because I've got grandkids now, 9 of them, in fact. So I don't want any accidents. What we suggest everybody gets is this. You put an aluminum baseball bat under your bed. You don't have to worry about anybody getting it. Your family. What are they going to do? They may hurt themselves or this and that, but they're not going to kill anybody. It's not going to be stolen and some officer be shot, etc. But if you get this out, I don't care how old you are, how feeble you think you are, and you hit somebody with this baseball bat, it is an absolute ow factor. Most of the guys will remember when they stand there and play baseball and they hit their mud off their shoes and they miss and they hit themselves in the ankle, and for the next 10 minutes they had to pretend they weren't hurt. It really hurts. This is what you should have. My mother, who's 88, has one under her bed. And I bet you my mother could do a number on you if you were. How many of you sleep in your bedroom with your door locked? How many of you, where do you charge your cell phone? Pardon? Right, that's where you should. Most people, it's in my office charging. Well, that's a good place. And most of this stuff is for individual homes, those type of things. But if you think about your home as a, who do you need, Bill?
Yeah.
Bill. If you think of your home as an envelope, you live in a gated community or a high-rise, you have different levels of security. You have law enforcement out on the public streets. You've got a security team inside your perimeter. You've got front desk inside your building. And you've got locks, etc. on the door. Are you probably safer than most people in the country? Yes. Are you still potentially vulnerable? Yes. From stupid stuff. Who puts stones in the door, your doors, and blocks them open? You guys. We are our own worst enemies. and I'm not saying you guys, but it's our residents. Remember when I say some people should be federally banned from living in condominiums, it's because we all live in a society where the rules belong to everybody, but me. Can't put cardboard down the trash chute. Well, I can, because I'll make sure mine doesn't clog it. Those type of things. We can't put a Christmas tree down the trash. All the rules that they're for everybody. If you put a stone in the door, and I'm not saying it's not ever going to be done, to hold the door open so you can get back in, take it out. You shouldn't do it, but take it out. Don't just say, I'll go in the other door.
No, you shouldn't do it.
You shouldn't do it. It's
take it
done
out.
for a reason. It's there for a reason. It protects, remember, the group. We live in a community.
How about having an unlocked door?
Okay, just that.
Pardon?
I'm like, what is
Leaving the door unlocked.
Yes.
I gotta get my door back.
Yes.
No. Like
And
garage
the
doors.
last thing I'm going to tell you about is a
General doors.
phenomenon I
They
found
put
on the internet. It's surprising what you can find on the internet. The new bad guy thing is, if you, and this is what we depend on, locks and keys. Not Medico. Forget that, because that's a quality lock. You spend a lot of money for that. But any other, Master, any other product, if you put the key in, and most Master keys will fit any Master lock, even though it won't open. If you put the key in it, and bang that with a wrench or a hammer, it drops the tumblers and you go open the lock. We didn't believe it. We didn't believe it. If we did it, it opened the lock. So, and guess, this isn't police sharing this with other police departments. These are idiots putting this on the internet for other opportunists. So remember, you're in charge of your safety and your security. The other thing I tell my wife, if you have a flat and you're in a bad neighborhood, run it on the rim if it's at dark, if it's at night. I don't care about the rim, I don't care about the tower. You do not stop in the wrong neighborhood at night with a flat. I don't care if you got AAA. And I learned one valuable lesson about AAA. I'll tell you how to take advantage of the situation. If you have a problem with, and you need AAA, they're going to ask you, are you okay? Are you in a decent neighborhood? Are you out? No, I'm really worried about where I'm at. Say that. And that hour will come to minutes, and they'll respond right away.
Sure.
And that's fact. And if you really need it, you really need it. And a lot of us guys think we're tough, and we are till there's other tougher guys out there. And the last thing I'm going to tell you, you don't have a safe, you're going away on vacation, where do you hide your jewelry, because you're not going to take it all with you? Put it in a Ziploc bag, throw it in the freezer. Put something on top of it. Most burglars, if they break in, they're not going to thaw meat and cook it. So it's dead safe in there. If you have friends that have an individual home, everybody has a drop space or a crawl space. Throw it up there. Freezer's the best. So but get it safe. You have things you don't want to lose. You have papers that you may need to recover if there's a fire or a flood, etc. I don't care if you live on the 30th floor, you can have a bad flood from above. Okay, that's it. I want to thank you for the opportunity. I hope if you practice what we preach, you'll be fine, and you'll be less of a victim of a crime. remember, you participate in your selection. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
You're welcome.